What's going on, everybody? Jason here, and today we're doing another episode of Cars for Sale here in Okinawa, Japan, so stay tuned. Alright, so the first stop is going to be at Music Lab. I know I did a budget GTR video. I'll post a link below where I went in depth on a GTR that's here on the lot, and you guys might remember these MGs over here. But there's a new car that kind of caught my eye the other day, and I wanted to check out and share it with you guys and hear your thoughts on it. And I don't see a whole lot of them, so let's go check it out. So here's that GTR I was talking about. The link I'll put below. I did a full walk around in depth. However, I do not see a for sale sign on the windshield of the car anymore. I don't know if they're not selling it. I don't know what the case is, but last time I think they had it for about 14,000 US dollars, something around there. And overall, it doesn't look too bad. It's a little beat on the outside, but the interior looked really good. So definitely go check that video out. The car I wanted to look at today was this Toyota Levin, and this does have a for sale sign on it. So 29 is 290,000 yen. It comes out to about $2,700, which is pretty cheap, and that's what caught my eye when I was driving by, because I don't see a whole lot of these. I don't really know a lot about them, and I know you guys are the pros when it comes to JDM cars, so maybe you can fill me in and kind of give me a rundown of this one. But it looks like it has some aftermarket wheels on there. Tire tread isn't too bad. So we got the Levin badging on there and BZR. Looks like an aftermarket sticker. Maybe it's a trim of this car, not too sure. Like I said, you guys are the pros. Does have an exhaust on it. Underneath the car doesn't look too bad. And overall, the paint is actually in pretty good shape. A lot better than the GTR that's sitting over here. It's got a nice window tint on the rear. Weather strips look pretty good. But I'm gonna go ahead and say it's not a bad price for a car like this. I don't know the year. Like I said, I don't know a whole lot about it, but it seems like a pretty good price for a car that looks this clean on the outside. So we're gonna go try to find some more, so stay tuned. And the next stop for today's venture is going to be AK Autosport. You guys probably remember them from my previous Cars for Sale video. I've actually featured them a few times because their inventory is always changing. They got lots of cool cars out here, and you might remember this Supra right here from my last video. And it looks like it's still out here. But I want to check this out right here. You know, you guys know I drive an Evo 4. I'm a huge fan of the Evos. And here's an Evo 3. I want to say it's a 95 in white. I kid you not, I would trade my Evo 4 right now if I could. Main reason, I leave Japan in 2020, for those that don't know, and I am an American. The law is 25 years old to import a vehicle, and currently with my Evo 4, it's a 1996, so it won't be eligible to import into the States until 2021. So I'm in a slight predicament, because I can keep the car, put it in storage for a year, then bring it back to the States and have one of the few Evo 4s legally registered. Or I can try to sell it before I leave here and get something like this, which is a 95, and I can legally ship this back and bring it in. No problems, no questions asked. Now I know the 4G is a little different on the 4 through 9 compared to the 1 through 3. And I think from the Evo 1, 2, and 3, I really like the 3 the best. I just like the aero kit on it. So interior, nothing too crazy. We got the Recaro seats. The e-brake knob is really worn. The shift knob is tearing apart. The Momo steering wheel got some wear and tear, some rips that need to be replaced. The floorboard looks a little worn. The floor mats are kind of old. I mean, granted, the car is what, 23 years old. Not all of them are going to be perfect. I don't see a price tag on it, so I'm not sure if they're prepping the car, getting it ready. I might have to come back out and get a price on it, which is kind of a bummer because I'm really curious to what they're asking for this car. The paint is in decent condition. It does have a little bit of work done right here. You can definitely see where it was resprayed, and the job wasn't professional by any means, so I'd want that touched up. The car is actually pretty low, so I can't get the camera underneath there to check the underbody, but I'm assuming there's going to be some rust on it. If anything, is like what it appears up top, which is a little scary. You can see some rust right there. You can see some rust here on the intercool pipe. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. but I might have to report back in a future video. But I still need to find one of these. I know we got a lot of FD fans out there. Same thing, I don't see a price tag, but this one's really clean. I love the factory front bumper. A lot of people swap out the front bumper, and you rarely see the factory bumper on these. It's got some aftermarket wheels. I do like white cars. Very clean FD. Here's that Accord Type R. You guys taught me a lot on those cars. And we got a 180 in the back. And this has a temporary tag on it. So for all the S chassis guys out there, give you guys some love. So the temporary tag is telling me that this car recently got to Island and it's in the process of getting a plate made and all the different taxes paid. So this car probably just came from mainland. And a new lucky owner is probably picking this up. But it's got an aero kit on it, and it's got the wide body rear fender. So we're gonna get out of here. I mainly want to check out that Evo. I know you guys want to see more dealerships. I don't want to make all my videos here at AK. So we're gonna head back to the car and head to the next location, and I'll try to report back on you, Evo. Making a quick detour for you guys. I'm just cutting through the Shell gas station, but check out this nice JZX. Here's a squad of cars right there. So the next stop is going to be at BC Motors, and they actually have a few different locations, and they're kind of like the largest car dealership that caters to Americans when they move here. The van right there, that's my family car. I actually did buy it from BC, so I'm gonna go ahead and give them a little plug. The prices are phenomenal. They do offer a 2-year warranty on all their cars, and that includes everything. I kid you not, everything, along with some oil changes and whatnot. And a majority of the cars that they sell are economy cars that you know, you put 20 bucks in, it'll last you a few weeks and get you around and be super reliable. But every now and then they will have some cars like these right here. So here's the 350Z or Fair Lady. This one's been sold. It's got a sold paper in the window. And here's a Altezza for you guys. This one is a wagon. I don't see any information on it, but I know you guys are always asking me for Altezzas, so here's one for you. But the car I really wanted to come check out today was this Nissan Silvia S15 on my junkyard video that I posted. I'll post a link below if you haven't checked that one out. They had one of these that was getting junked and everybody's freaking out. So they do have some clean ones for sale here. I can't do a full walk around on this car, unfortunately. As you can see, there's a fence or some wire running all the way around, and they do have the parking lot closed. But I do want to come just show you guys. From what I can see, the interior, it's got the Silvia embroidery into the seats. Paint looks like it's in really good condition. And if I would guess, I would say they're probably asking, I don't know, maybe $5,000 to $6,000. It is a Spec S, so this one is not turbocharged, but nonetheless, very clean car. And we'll just do a quick look around the lot and see if there's anything I'm missing. There is a hardtop Miata over here. And this one's on hold too. So all the cool cars are getting snagged up. But just to give you an idea, here's a 2008 Honda Fit for $5,290 US. I bet you can get this car for around $4,000. And they'll prep everything for you where you can either finance a 2 years, 0 interest loan, which is great, and they will get you hooked up and get the car prepped, and you'll be on your way in just a few days with a small monthly payment. So if you're not looking to break the bank when you get here and buy yourself a JDM Legend, definitely recommend checking out BC. So we're gonna head back to the van, and I've got another stop in mind. We're gonna go check out, and we'll see how we're doing on time, so stay tuned. All right, so the next stop, we're here at ABS. You guys might remember this dealership from my very first Cars for Sale video here in Japan. I'll post that link as well. And last time they had R35 GTR, they had R34 out here. You guys might remember the Mitsubishi GTO and a few other cars. They do have an updated inventory, so I definitely wanted to come back. A few of you have asked me to do some SUVs, and they do have a few on the lot, so we're gonna check those out first. So here's a white Toyota Hilux. This looks like a 1998. And 74, I want to say it's 740,000 yen. The pricing here is a little weird, but my guess is around $7,000. But overall, very clean looking SUV. I know a lot of Americans are used to driving big cars back in the States. So if you're watching and you plan on coming out here, you can get an SUV. The Hilux I definitely recommend. This one is 4-wheel drive. It's got leather. Here's a Toyota Tacoma. Don't see a lot of these, but back in the States, these are super common. Here's a Isuzu Bighorn. Not really familiar with these. Here's a FJ Cruiser. I really like these. Kind of sad that they stopped producing them. I think it was a good competitor to the Jeep Wrangler. I like the 3 windshield wipers on the front. So this FJ looks like they're asking 2,550,000 yen, which comes out to around $23,000. But what I really wanted to check out was right here. It's Mercedes GT AMG. I don't even think I've seen one of these in person yet. But check out that setup on the center console. Beautiful car. It's got the twin turbo V8. And you can have yourself a Mercedes GT for about 10 million yen. That's about $95,000. I don't know how that price compares to these cars back in the States. And we're gonna go ahead and see what else they have out here. You guys might remember this Prius, it's still out here. This GTO is still here as well. But this is new, and I do like these. A Suzuki Cappuccino. I think these cars are so cool. The little K cars. 5-speed. I know the red line's pretty crazy. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it red lines at 12,000 RPMs. It does have leather. And for this Cappuccino, they're asking 780,000 yen, about $7,000. And it is a 1992. Yep, 1992. I gotta do a little bit of math, the way the years are out here in Japan. But these are turbocharged. I'd love to have one of these just to take around a racetrack, do some autocross back in the States. Very cool. So this would be eligible for taking back to the States. And it looks like it's got a removable top on it. Very clean car. Overall, the body's nice on it. And I bet if you put some nice wheels on there, you can make this thing look real cool. So the next stop is going to be at a place called Garage Silver. And they've got these banners with goo on it. And I'm pretty sure this means that this dealership posts their cars on goonetexchange.com. I'll post that link below. I plan on making a video to show you guys where you can actually go and look at JDM cars for sale. And there's a lot of awesome rides on there to kind of give you an idea of how much the cars cost if you were looking to buy one and get one imported to wherever you live. We got the Lexus F Sport. But the one I really wanted to show you guys was another S15. I know you guys have been commenting a lot on the junkyard video that I posted recently, freaking out that there was an S15 getting crushed. Well, don't worry, there's still a whole bunch of them out there, still for sale. And here's a really good example of one. It does have an aero kit on it, some aftermarket wheels. I don't see a front mount intercooler, so I don't know if it has a SR20 in it. I'm still learning more and more about these cars. Obviously, we don't have them back in the States, so I haven't really been exposed to them until I got out here. And I'm not an S chassis guy. Doesn't mean I don't like them. I've never really done a whole lot of research into them, but you guys are always teaching me and giving me the rundown on everything. So this one looks like it's 1,292,000 yen, which comes out to about 12,000 US dollars. And it has 104,000 kilometers. This one actually does have some good information on it, which is right around 64,000 miles. And I see a Varietta badge on it. I don't know what that means. It does have a little spoiler. Looks a little tacky, kind of cheap. You know, you can easily remove that. Nonetheless, though, it is an S15 Silvia, and I know these are highly sought after. And this one's actually in really good condition. Now, Varietta, I'm gonna take a stab at this because I'm looking at the body on it. Is this a hardtop convertible? I think it is, because the back end here is a little bit longer than what I'm used to seeing. unless it just has a massive trunk. Not completely sure. I do think it is a removable top. I do see some latches up there. So I don't know if this is a rare trim on this car. I don't know if this is sought after. This is something folks are looking for. I've actually never seen one of these in person, so I think this is pretty cool. But before I get out of here, I wanted to definitely check out this Chaser. I don't think this is for sale, but it does look like it's been sitting here for a while. It's got a bunch of dust on top. I do like these cars a lot. And the 1JZ on them sounds awesome. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. But before I close it out, I do wanna make a big announcement. I did hit my 5,000 subscriber goal, which I announced after my last giveaway. And I didn't think I would hit it so soon, but I already blew past it, and I will be kicking off the giveaway probably in the next video. I'll give a rundown of the rules, everything that's gonna be in there. So you definitely don't wanna miss out on that. So subscribe so you get the notifications, throw me a like, share the video, and stay tuned. I'm gonna have a lot more JDM content coming. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.